to the Full Retreat. I'm your host, Trudy, and today we have a full cast. We have Edosa, what's your name? Aminu, Skip, Kachi, and Dami. Um, our giveaway is still going on. This is the final weekend. This is the weekend you're supposed to predict on. So get your predictions in. The winner gets a free EA Sports FC 2024 game. Easy. This episode is going to be a twofer because we suspect that the part one is going to be real quick. It's our combined 11 series for the top six games. Arsenal versus Spurs this weekend. We're going to do a combined 11, and we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on with ManU and Chelsea as well. But let's get started with our combined 11. Arsenal versus Spurs, the North London derby. You guys know the rules. It's 4-3-3, no injuries, injured players allowed, and it's based on form, not the actual ability of the player. We're going to start in goal. This should be quite tricky considering that even Arteta doesn't know who his first number one is. Who are we putting in goal between the two Spurs keepers and the two Arsenal keepers? And of course, we all know that Lloris is back for some reason. I thought he was gone, but he's back.
Oh,
Yeah, he is back. They couldn't, Lazio couldn't promise him a starting position, so he's back. So who we're putting in next? I'll start with an unbiased opinion here. Dami,
I picked Ramsdale.
are you sure? Even Arteta hasn't put
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's why I picked him.
Skip.
Good.
still, like, again, he has played like 3-4 games this season already, and he has done
Yeah.
very well. So, like, again, I don't see why, like, you know what, just because they rotated him for a single game, that doesn't mean we should just be like, oh yeah. But like, hey, Ramsdale.
Kachi.
For me, I'll always stick with Ramsdale for now until he does otherwise. I stick with Ramsdale over David Raya, over Vicario. And Lloris should not even be a goalie anymore. My guy should retire and probably be selling French wine or something.
Come on now. Come on now. Damn.
No, he's done. He's done. He's
The
done.
whole World Cup
Yeah.
winner.
Even Saudi, come on.
Yeah.
Saudi don't want, even Saudi don't want him because if they wanted him, they would have put him in
Gone. I mean,
I have to back Arteta and the decisions he has made. So I'm gonna have to go with Raya because I think long term he's gonna be Arsenal's number one. That's just the way I see it. So yeah.
sir.
I don't know any of the Tottenham goalkeepers. So. But yeah, I think it's Ramsdale. Ramsdale most likely start the game against Tottenham and also.
I'm back forward. This should be pretty straightforward here. Does any Tottenham guy player get now back four?
No.
Kachi.
So for me, so I'm not basing this on last season. I'm basing it on this season. So I have one Tottenham player in my back four.
Royale.
So I have left back. I have the Udogi guy left back. Center back. Udogi. And then I have Gabriel and Saliba. And then I have Ben White on the right hand side. I told you guys I've always been suspect of Zinchenko, but those are my back four.
Any objections to this?
No, I think for me it would be a clean sweep for an Arsenal back four, especially with the way Arsenal likes to play. I'm not sure exactly how Ainge actually plays, but Zinchenko, fits that style more than any other players between the two teams. So I'll stick with Zinchenko on that one.
Kachi, you want to defend yourself because I feel like everybody's going with the Arsenal back four.
To be honest, before Kachi goes, I see why Kachi is saying the Tottenham right back
Left back,
has been good.
Udogi? Yeah, he's been good.
He's been good. I can see why the claim has been made, but I still don't think it's justifiable enough. I can see it, but I just don't agree with it because the guy has been good and he's been solid.
How many games has Zeddy played this season?
he was injured at the beginning of the first two games. But, yeah. So yeah. So again, so at the end of the day, if you look at it, I can see it is you can make the argument, but just because you can make the argument, that doesn't mean if both of them are on transfer market now, what are you spending 20 million on?
You're joking.
You better choke on pronunciation. So again, it's just so at the end of the day, yeah. So
midfield, I think this is where it's gonna get interesting. I'm gonna get Aminu's 3, midfield 3.
Yeah, this is tough.
This is like slight work.
It's tough because I do like some of the Spurs player. I definitely like Bissouma. It was definitely criminal that Conte didn't play him at all last season, even though I think he had injuries at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like Maddison. I think Maddison is one of the players that has helped Spurs, have that new pep in their step that they've been playing so well with. So man, it's tough for me to drop those two, but I mean Rice is on another level right now, so I can't see myself dropping Rice. And Odegaard as well is just smooth. Like, I mean, he's only behind KDB. And obviously KDB is injured right now, so Odegaard is really the main guy in that 10 position. So Odegaard definitely gets in. Rice definitely gets in. Yeah, so because Arteta has been playing Havertz and now Vieira as the third midfielder, I'll definitely just I'll put Bissouma in there. Bissouma,
interesting.
Bissouma, Rice, and Odegaard.
I would put Rice, Odegaard, and Maddison.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll force that to work.
But it's tough, yeah.
Not that tough.
And Skip.
Again, I think I'm in the same bracket as with Amino. It's hard to leave either, like, if we're looking at what they've done this season, it's hard to leave Zuma or Madison out of that team. But again, you are dealt with a choice of like having to leave one of those guys out, because Rice and Odegaard definitely are there. But at the same time, maybe you're looking at it again, if you put Madison, you can make an argument that, like, again, that midfield might end up becoming a United midfield where there's only one guy basically trying to,
That's right. He's fine.
Again,
he's
that's
done.
what I'm saying.
Relegation midfield. Stop it.
Again, that argument can be made, but since we're just naming a team on paper, I think Madison would be there. But when you're now going to go play a football game, an argument can be made that, like, you know what? At the end of the day, you can be like with Madison, because again, if you look at Madison when he was playing that 3-ish in midfield for Leicester, his doing any defensive job was, they were basically carrying him. If you go look at that Leicester, they were carrying him defensively. So again, and Odegaard, when you're mentioning like defensive contribution, that's not when you mention Odegaard, defensive contribution is not the first thing that comes into your head. When you're, again, is that the first thing that comes into your head? Definitely no. If you go meet anybody that would be like Odegaard, they won't think of defensive contribution. That's not the first thing. So at the same time, you can look at it, but like, again, since we're making a team on paper, it's going to be Rice, Madison, and Odegaard. So,
dummy. Go.
Yeah, from my eye test, I went to Rice, Odegaard, and Madison. I've been impressed with Madison's play in Tottenham's attack this season. So yeah, had to put him in. And Rice and Odegaard have been showing out for Arsenal. So those two are easy.
I think Madison got my curse, and the one time I got him in fantasy, he didn't do nothing for
I'm
me.
done with that shit. For the last 3 years, whenever I pick up Madison,
Nah.
I'm leaving him alone.
Bro, putting in Madison was the last thing I did on Friday nights because I just happened to watch that ESPN clip of them talking about Klopp saying that he has South Americans coming in and he has not even seen them. So I'm like, okay, definitely Diaz is not starting. I'm going to put in Madison. Diaz then starts. I can't be happy. I'm like, yes. Second half, they brought this guy in. He changed the game completely. I was just sweating like, please God. I hope this bro doesn't score. When he didn't score, like, yeah, good. Madison, go show me what you're doing against Sheffield. Nothing. I'm like, it's a lose-lose.
Sorry.
So the midfield is fairly straightforward. Odegaard, Madison. I said nobody else to put there. This whole thing about this camp put this.
You can put Havertz there.
To win your battles, bro. To not be battle winning.
People on good form, right? So I don't know. Like I think Havertz is being misunderstood slightly, but hey, everybody can make their own decision. Rice played against Everton on there. I don't know if you can call it Celtic midfield anymore. Definitely the players style midfield. And he had Fabio and Odegaard in there. He basically started. So this idea that he can play 2-8 to twice, not true. The reason why everyone thinks it's going to be the best team. So yeah, that's the midfield.
Kaji.
So for me, it's the same. I have Rice, Odegaard, and Madison. I have two number 10s in there. The way I have it structured in my team, Rice is sitting in front of the back four, and then the two number 10s are feeding the wingers, Martinelli and Saka. So for me, it works all day, all day. It works.
Have you tried that formation in FIFA? It doesn't work, bro.
I think you mean EAFC.
Thank you, my brother. EAFC.
It doesn't work with me, but trust me.
By the time they 1-2 pass you, bro, your midfield is gone. Like it's gone. And you're like, okay. You're like,
it sounds like you set up a team the way Ten Hag set up his midfield.
Bro, like, where is this midfield? What is this midfield?
It will work. Trust me, it will work against this man. You play this team where this combined team, you give mine 10-0 on FIFA, so don't worry, it works.
Front three. Does anybody have any Spurs player in their front three? Because I'm about to go in controversially. Okay, Edosa.
So Martinelli is out for I think 4 to 6 weeks. So
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
But even if he was not out, even if he was not out,
no,
even if he was in,
Martinelli wasn't. Son isn't getting into the team.
Man's doing the Grealish.
I didn't know he's out for 4 to 6 weeks, so that changed the whole front three for almost
Doesn't
everybody.
change nothing, man.
Okay, yeah, keep it in.
Huming, bruh. That's his first name, right? Huming Song. What are you guys saying?
He's been playing through the middle.
Doesn't matter where he's been playing. Don't concern yourself with that. Wherever they put him in, you know when they do the lineup at the beginning, wherever they put him, that's what we're concerned with here. Hat-trick hero, Huming Song. What are you guys talking about, man?
Against what?
Burnley.
Against Burnley.
Look, okay. The Premier League side.
Wait. This is another part of this whole Tottenham. We go through this every year. This way.
No, we don't.
We should know the initial diagram, right? Udogie or whatever I called him, he hasn't actually met the Premier League level. Yeah, actually, let's be honest. Yeah,
okay.
The best is playing so far is Anthony, and we all know this. Right? So, like, that's the standard of Premier League going on. So,
bros. Okay.
So, yeah.
What's your prediction for the North London derby?
They are going to get whooped. Like, it's going to be, if they show up the way they are playing against they played against Man United, and when they play Sheffield, they are going to get embarrassed in a very interesting way. And I and my family will be there for it.
Actually, who's your striker? Mine is
Jesus. But it doesn't even matter. Everyone is playing scoring.
Dammy, you those up behind that we don't have an all Arsenal front three.
I have Saka, Jesus, and Son.
That's what I have as well.
Yeah.
Skip.
Yeah, that's what, again, I have the same thing, Saka, Gabriel, Jesus, and Son, because Martinelli is injured, that's why. Also, my prediction for the scoreline is 3-1 to Arsenal.
No
I
clean
just got to
sheets.
score. Wait, penalty. No. Hey, they know how you going to give penalty to this year. So who knows? That plan might be missed. So
Again, why I'm giving them the 1-0 is because the way they play open and they push people forward. So I see them
Getting
maybe
a chance.
lapsing different. Yeah, just getting like a something, getting a goal, or a
bro,
lapse
I'm
in
telling you,
judgment or something.
if they
But
try that, like, okay, all jokes aside, if they actually try to attack Arsenal, it will be embarrassing for them. Because Sheffield had them on ropes. United had them on ropes at some point. Like all those things you are seeing on the field is just playing teams that are not ready for the season. It's not because they're actually good. Not Madison. Madison that Ozil was bodying around the other time. Please. Please.
It's a better team now.
No, see, this is the thing.
You
I
can't.
am always conservative. That should tell you all you need to know.
But when it comes
That's
to
not about this guy.
but when it comes to Tottenham, you just say you're now.
No, no need to worry about it. What did this guy say that day? I should take it to the bank. To the
Oh
bank.
my goodness. Let's switch gears.
Your kingdom.
Cancel show. Let's switch gears. I want everybody to give me a 3 minute spiel on what's going on with ManU and what's going on with keep forgetting this team, Chelsea. I always want to call them William. I don't know why. Chelsea. Let's start with ManU. Dami, do you have any insights? Oh, you're just laughing. We're just enjoying it. Stay.
I don't get insights, but from the outside, it looks fine to me.
Oh my goodness. Kachi, please.
I mean, with the ManU insight, the issue is that, first of all, I think everything went downhill from that Arsenal game in the sense that everybody already knew what was going on with the Glazers, the sale, all that. So Ten Hag had external excuses beyond like his players and stuff. We could blame, right? But that Arsenal game, he comes out of the Arsenal game in the press conference and say we played well. And all the Man U fans are like, wait, we played well, Will. Yes, we played well. And then he now goes and blames VAR. Okay, you did not play well. Arsenal deserved to win that game. And he compounds the whole issue. They ask you about Sancho, where you could have given a political answer, just say something. As like, oh, we have so many games in the season, so Sancho is going to start other games. My guy goes and says, oh, Sancho is not training well. I'm like, for somebody that already has, I like to give it, somebody that him and his wife are already fighting in his house. That person will not go outside and put loudspeaker and tell his neighbors that him and his wife are fighting. The neighbors already know you're fighting. They can hear you at night fighting. You don't have to now come out and add fire. So I think for him, doing this whole Sancho thing, that just added fire to more. He added more petrol to the fire that is ongoing. And then he now goes against Brighton, plays some stupid formation, and then to compound it all, you pull out Casemiro, pull out Hoyland, and it's like, what the hell are you doing? You're bringing up Martial. Like, what is Martial going to do? At that point, you might as well play Garnacho instead of Martial. Like, it did not make any sense. So I think now he has turned the attention from the Glazers and the club not being up for sale to now the pressure is now on him. Where he had the excuse where if he did not do the Sancho thing, he could easily have blamed, well, we have injuries, we have people to come back. But the guy, like, he's doing what in Nigeria we call ITK, I too know, and his I too know has gotten him into trouble. And for me, if he keeps being stubborn like this, we're going to get trashed by Bayern, and if he's not careful, he might lose his job by December or before Christmas.
You guys know that. You guys know my insights in this. My spirit has been beaten so bad that I don't even, I truly don't even know who to blame anymore. If I'm talking realistically, let's talk like adults for a second. I don't think it's a big deal to say that somebody didn't train well. That should not be a fight. Why isn't this guy in your squad? He didn't train well this week. That's why he's not in the squad. Maybe next week he'll train well and be in the squad. That should not be as big as we're making it seem. You didn't train well, you didn't train well. Train well next week, you'll be there. Simple. I don't know why everybody's making it seem like this bro has insulted this guy's whole family and generation. He didn't train well, he didn't train well. It's okay. Train well next week and you'll be there. That's not an issue. The issue in the Brighton game, however, we played a weird formation, whatever. It was working for a while. They adjusted and they whooped us. Aside from the substitution of
I
Casemiro.
disagree. It was not working for a while. I disagree. It was working for a while. Bro, it was not working for Brighton made 6 substitutions.
6 changes to their team, yeah.
6 changes. So
Austin, we had changes to our team now. What? We had injuries. It was Reguilon's debut. It was Reguilon's debut, bro. Like, we had injuries too.
Why did you want Mr. not start that game?
He was sick. Now he's out for 4 weeks. Right?
No,
yeah, like I think the most telling part in that game of his ineptitude, I don't want to call him ineptitude, was after we scored in the 70th minute or 71st minute. He didn't bring on Garnacho and Pelestri till the 83rd. Like, why 12 minutes? Why are you waiting 12 minutes to bring on more attacking players where you're trying to come back from 3 goals? That I didn't get that. But at the end of the day, like I said, like I've told you guys in the chats, 10 years, a score of different players, a score of different coaches, the same problems. No style of play. We end up just playing counter-attack. Weak midfield. We play like we don't train. At some point, whose fault is it? You can't blame the owners. The owners gives the managers whatever they want. You want Mount, take him. You want Pogba, take. You want Ibra, take. You want Bay, take. You want Maguire, take. You want Sancho, take. Anything you want, you get. Take. So why are we blaming the owners? Unless you're going to say Old Trafford is leaking and we don't have updated training ground. That's why everybody's whooping us. It doesn't make any sense. Like, who is to blame here? This midfield has been crap since Fergie left. How many managers have we had since then?
But then Ten Hag has bought all his stars. They've given him money. They backed him. So
that's what I'm saying, Kachi. Everybody that comes buys their players. Ole bought all his stars. Mourinho bought all his stars. Moyes bought PFA Player of the Year Mata and the second coming of Yaya Toure Fellaini. No be so. He bought all his stars. Everybody bought who they wanted.
Man, I don't want to remember Fellaini.
Exactly, yeah. Everybody bought who they wanted, but when they came, it was like, bro, this is not even the same human being was seen in your previous team. So what's the problem? Like, when I say this thing is spiritual, you guys think it's a joke. I think it's spiritual. Like, what is it, man?
Let's not go there. It's not spiritual.
It is, man. What is it then? Edosa.
Pogba buried something
in a hyena's skeleton. It's okay.
Pitch and check.
Edosa.
I don't think it's spiritual. I think you're suffering from big club syndrome. So I'm about to insult Chelsea. That's a really encouraging. So Chelsea, Man City did not have a cultural style of play, if that makes sense. Like there isn't anything that you think about that okay, this is what they used to do.
Okay.
But Arsenal, Man United have their style of play, which are very opposite. Arsenal and their beautiful football positions. Man go with them. You can go with them. We'll get you in a different 7 minutes. Right? So it's in the club DNA, right? So managers that push into what the club is already known for able to extract the most out of it. So like with Liverpool, before Klopp, all the measures are nice, but really what Liverpool is known for is injustice. They like to feel injustice, and that makes them really go. That's what really drains all the fire in the club out. So once they got a manager that got that, he was able to use that to create the stage mentality. Teta was like, you know what, everybody hates us, but I'm going to play the most beautiful ball we can play. 10,000 passes, doesn't matter what happens. The second they get enough players, they can do that. It works. Now, the problem with Ten Hag is he's supposed to be a
Possession best, playing out of the back.
but he keeps on setting up his team to play counter-attacking because he's trying to use what the club is good at to get good. Because all your academy players
but that doesn't make sense.
No,
Given that we've given you money to buy your own players to play your style of play, why are you trying to play counter-attack?
But because I don't know why.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
I don't think Ten Hag is that good, to be fair. But the reason why Sancho...
But Edosa, my argument is he doesn't have to be that good. I'm comparing him to people that when they come, you see the style of play and you see their impact. Unai in Aston Villa, De Zerbi in Brighton, this guy in Spurs. They're not coming here to win trebles, but you see the impact.
No, the bar is low, though. Like Unai, like by October, you will be wondering why the hell did anybody rate this guy? Because in every single club he's gone to, the first season is okay, second season by November.
But with Unai this season, bro, they have a lot of major injuries. So that one, he already has his defense there. He already has his defense there. Like, he has a lot of major injuries. But let's not go to Unai.
I saw a lot of Arsenal players get injured for years, and nobody ever said, oh, they're not excuse for us to do anyhow. So my point is, honestly, Ten Hag is out of his depth. And I'm not really sure how you get out of it because I don't even think the players we have good enough in reality. All the guys that we are shouting about, in reality, hopefully we know that top 14.
But Edosa, but I think you're still missing my point. I'm not even comparing the players to top 4. Just perform. Mid-table. Mid-table.
What? They're mid-table now.
Bro, I'm talking like relax. I'm talking about last season or before. Ten Hag had an okay season last season. I'm talking about the season before and seasons prior. Bro, when we go to play Carabao Cup, we are scared of Middlesbrough because they ball us. We will win by luck, but they will ball us. Derby County, they'll ball us. Maybe we'll just get the odd penalty and win, but they balled us. Who are these unknown players busting in midfield? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't.
But here's the thing, right? Again, I think the problem with United looking out, looking inside, and like just looking at their games, not looking at like the news and all of that, is I know a lot of people want to blame the owners, blame the this thing, but just let's look at what's happening on the pitch. Let's forget everything else. Let's look at what's happening on the pitch. Ten Hag wants to do is buying a certain type of player and he wants to do something else.
Different.
Now, let's look at his tactical setup, the first 2 games. Even a blind man can watch that game and be like, okay, Ten Hag, what's this setup? Like, if a blind man will watch that game, basically not saying anything, and we still ask, what's this setup? Anybody can see that, okay, what are you trying to do with this? This reminds me of when Lampard was managing Chelsea the first time, and you're like, what's this setup? Are you trying to lose the game? Like, you can look at that. Like, are you trying to lose the game? No. I'm not even trying to ask you because again, let's keep it real. Like, when Ten Hag was coming to United, every one of us rated him. He was looking at what he... Okay, all right. So again, he was a good coach. Nobody's telling him he's Pep level and like...
But he was good.
No. But he was a good coach. Again, he doesn't make silly mistakes week in, week out. But now, when you look at everything he has been doing this season, you are like, again, can't you see this? And again, he's at the point right now, where he needs to go back to the drawing board. And even everything he thought about coming into preseason, he needs to throw them away and start again.
Basically start again.
No,
You
not
can
friendly
in
games,
closed
but like
doors now.
again,
Burnley was beating us in closed door friendly games. You
but
can
like
play, you
again,
can play in closed
you
doors.
need to go back. I'm talking about
Including
tactically.
this weekend.
Tactically, it needs to go back to the drawing board because the tactics are not good enough. Forget even style of play. Let's push style of play and everything. Just look at setting up the team. Then, when the team is now done, his substitution now doesn't make any sense. You're sitting there like, wait, are we not trying? What's the whole point of the game? Is to win. Are you? Are you just like the substitution doesn't now make any sense? And you're like, oh, maybe the guy is even injured. Then at the end of the day, you realize this guy wasn't injured. Like, why are you removing him? Why are you bringing this person in? So, like again, I think
Pogba cost us.
he analyzed his team coming into preseason, and his analysis was wrong. As a coach, you need to admit that and be like, you know what? Let's go look at the team again. Guardiola was saying something last year or 2 seasons ago. He said, my team were winning at the beginning of the season. They were winning, but I didn't like the way we were playing.
Mhm.
So everything they thought about coming into the season, they went back to the drawing board and actually found a way of like, let's play well and let's win. But now United are not at that Man City level, so they are losing and they are not playing well. You need to go back to the drawing board with your coaching staff and actually formulate a way that, okay, how can this team actually win now? When January transfer window comes, you can address something else. When summer comes, you can address something else. But that's your job as a coach. Don't be stubborn. It's okay to get it wrong. You will never get it right all the time. But you need to go back to the drawing board. That's just it. So, yeah.
Yeah, this season has been very frustrating, and I am cautiously worried about where it's going. Uh, and I I say cautiously worried um, because I don't want to go on a full-on panic yet. I want to give him a couple of more games to see where things go.
Well, he
I
has
do
truly
think,
lost his mind completely. Yes, go.
yeah, I do think that there's just been a lot of turmoil, going back to the off season to this season that, it's understandable if there's a little bit of unrest in the dressing room from, De Gea leaving, Fred, who was very popular in the dressing room, leaving, to all the injuries for the players that Ten Hag actually wanted and signed, and some of the suspensions that also have, you know, um, implications about players' futures and all that. Yeah, Greenwood is now at Getafe, but Anthony is now going through the carbon copy situation now as well. So all of that just generates a
Amen.
lot of turmoil and turnover. Uh, the one thing that concerns me though is even with the players and the injuries the team has, you should still be able to have some sort of cohesive identity on the
ID.
pitch, which
Like
we
you
do
train
not see.
together.
Like
Like you train together.
someone already mentioned, Brighton had 6 changes to their own team,
Mm-hmm.
and they still play. Like one of Lamptey was playing on the other,
Left back.
on
Let's play
he
left
was
back.
playing left back, so he was playing out of position too, and they were still well drilled and well prepared for ManU, but not just well prepared, they were tactically aware and tactically flexible that De Zerbi was able to change the formation in game in response to the diamond that Ten Hag was playing. Whereas Ten Hag, it seems like he only has one game plan. If that game plan doesn't work, then hey, it's just vibes and have fun out there. And so that's the one thing that concerns me. That when you see things are obviously not working out, you do not make any changes. I also feel like he is not holding everyone accountable equally. Because Rashford right now needs to understand that he has a proper center forward next to him. He needs to be able to play like a proper wide man instead of always trying to shoot when he's in certain positions, right? Um, So those are some of the issues that really gives me pause. But again, when some of the players start coming back from injuries and we have a few more games under our belts, maybe things can start looking up. I don't have a lot of faith in the Bayern game, but that but after that I think we have Burnley and then we have um some team twice. I forget, but it's a lower table team. So we're playing three lower level um teams in a row, and then Galatasaray as well. Like if those games go sideways, then the pitchforks are gonna be out for Ten Hag. That is 100%.
We're playing
But
Brentford.
Bro, it's not lower level team, but we
We're
play
playing
Crystal Palace
Brentford.
twice.
yeah,
Then Brentford.
Crystal Palace. Where's Palace in the table right now?
Bro, Palace always whoops us, man. Like,
Yeah, and
like lest we
Edouard,
forget.
they will tear us to
Lest
pieces.
we forget. Palace always
Well,
whoops us, man.
if Palace beats us back to back and Burnley does what they did behind closed doors, then Ten Hag is I wouldn't see a way back, even with all the injuries. Like there's just too much negativity building up. When he substituted Hoyland for Martial, there were loud boos in the stadium. So like fans are already start Ten Hag out was already trending. So fans are already turning against him. So we cannot afford a string of bad losses. He just needs to set up, close shop, make the team hard to beat, win the next 3 or 4 games, even with Bayern, win all of them 1-0. I don't care. Win all those games 1-0 and then start to stabilize the ship. Otherwise, he will definitely get sacked.
I think my worry is I feel like you guys are not seeing this stuff holistically like I am.
I'm seeing it holistically.
We're going through the same thing we always go through. This is Ole all over again. The only difference is that Ole did not have a previous team he coached that we said he plays possession football. And you said on this podcast last year or last time when we had Ole that this is not sustainable. You win the odd game here and there, but you get found out when you either play big boys or in a cup situation. And that's what's happening to us. If he turns around and starts winning 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, the problem still remains. No style of play. Midfield, everybody's balling us. We're literally just winning because the name of the team is Manchester United. How did we beat Wolves? How?
But I
How
think
did we it doesn't even make sense how we beat those guys. And
but I think
when we pull out wins like that,
Amrabat will help with the way the team is set up in terms of not conceding and the midfield being porous. No, I'm talking about the midfield being porous.
Bro,
Amrabat has a higher engine.
This league,
Bro, not even that.
No,
I started this rant with.
And they didn't run him ragged. He has the engine that we thought Scott McTominay did, but he doesn't. And definitely
Fred had engine, man. Is it engine to run? They'll run. But they ain't running nowhere.
It's looking like we miss Frederico.
We miss Fred over Scott any day of the week.
Let me just say something. Like, your problem isn't that you don't have. There are plenty of teams that play without the ball. It's a style of play. The issue is that your players are not on the pitch. It's not everything that you manage. Sometimes common sense is maybe slow.
That's another thing.
No,
that's another.
But I'm gonna push back on that because yes, that is true. But when you were sent out there to play a diamond, the diamond has serious problems when you're out of possession. When the players in the diamond don't have a high engine. What?
No, you had when they scored the 3 goals from the center of the box. That was Casemiro.
He was there.
All the things that Chidi is saying, they are my talking points from last year. I was saying all these things, playing on the hater. Casemiro's job is to be in the middle of the pitch all time. Instead, he goes to attack for some reason. And that's why they keep on popping. You don't need the manager to shout at you that, you're my GM, go back. Casemiro's like 32.
But that's the point, though. When Amrabat is in that team, he will have the engine to recover defensively. And you're saying that the team should be able to adjust. But with the diamond, all the threats was coming from out wide, and it
All
was
the goals
spreading
were
the
from the
guys in
center.
midfield
And then
to the
what
wide
do you want
areas.
to do? Just stand in front of your box. Literally stand in front of your box. No goals considered.
The thing is, I think I'm on a different plane right now. Like, if I'm on the plane that even if KDB and Pep come to Man U, they'll be shit. That's where I am. Because we see all these players before Man U and we see them after. And you're like, why is it that when you were in Man U, you weren't doing all these things?
Wait,
So the hope, bro, Di Maria. Di Maria has, bro, just Di Maria alone.
He went to where? France?
PSG. Yeah. You guys is precious PSG. Don't get me started on that one. I've accepted that PSG is a legit league. He's the highest assister of all time over there. Bro, he went to go do something.
Wait, didn't he go to Juventus?
And he went to Juventus. He's still popping in Juventus. Oh, now he's in Benfica. He's in Benfica now. Yeah. And he's still popping there. Yeah, he's still popping there. He's still assist. Bro is a World Cup winner, man. Don't disrespect what's his name, Di Maria. The point is, they just don't do. Even if I was to bring a crazy example now, Scott scoring in Scotland, then when he's here, like, bro, where are these goals at, bro? Why is it that when you're here, you don't do anything? Coach too. When you're here, bro, we know you for possession football. You went to go and get a midfielder to put in our nets. All right, let's do possession football. Not like, what is happening, man?
But no.
What is happening?
No. You know what messed up Man U? If you have signed, what's that Barcelona boy you guys are trying to sign?
Frankie de Jong, yeah.
If you have signed Frankie, you will not have these issues anymore.
Honestly, I'm to the point where I don't even believe that, to be honest.
No, see, your issue. In terms of style of play, the Man United issue is that you have a goalkeeper that has nobody to pass the ball unless he goes long. Everybody just stays halfway and leaves you to be passing at the back.
Which brings me to the first thing I said. These are Premier League level players. You can't pass the ball to somebody, a Premier League defender, and he cannot do something with the ball. Brighton players can do this. The Manchester United Premier League player, you passing the ball, he's shaking, he's giving the ball back to you. What is happening here?
No, everybody has a skill level. Brighton focuses on players' passing ability first.
Everything else. Everybody, every defender can pass, bro. No. Dunk, bro. We're talking about Dunk and them.
He can pass.
Jesus, man.
No, but he passes like the best passers of the ball in the Premier League are not even in there. I'm just saying.
Can you name? Okay. Can you name any defender Man U has bought that can pass since Fergie left?
Onana.
Who? Martina. So one in 10 years.
I mean, Shaw is distant on the ball, but
one in 10 years. And you think this is normal? Like, this is not normal things we're talking about here.
No. Again, yeah. It's not the manager that you have wanted to do one thing. But like you said, your board tends to be trying to buy somebody else entirely. Otherwise, you have right? Because this guy wanted to bring him to Man United before he went to do.
No, Haaland refused. He refused. We wanted him, but he refused. Bro, him and Bellingham too, they came to Carrington. Like they saw that they weren't going to have a career here and they refused. Even me, I won't go play for Man U now. My man.
No,
like,
this was before Dortmund.
This was before Dortmund. Yeah, he refused.
He was never gonna play.
He refused.
He made a smart decision for his
career. He made a smart. These guys refused. This is not a matter of, bro. Anybody that wants to play football is not coming to Man U. They're coming for the money because they know their career is dead if they come here.
No,
if they come here.
You signed at least two distant in terms of potential level wingers in Alessio and Garnacho. So that's not entirely true.
But they were younger players though. So
that maybe that's just what needs to happen. People just need to realize that You are not.
You can't play Rashford.
No, but see, Rashford. When
Mm.
I was saying that his streak was too hot last year, I was a hater.
No, we all agree with you now. We said it in the chat. We said the second Rashford stop scoring, we are done. We said it. We all said it in the chat. We all agreed. We don't have a striker, guy. Like, this guy was our only goal outlet. So we don't have a striker. When he stopped scoring, we're done. We all knew.
I really, in my opinion, I really don't think it's a mixture of the players that kind of taking the head and the manager isn't anywhere as good as he thinks it. Because
For 10 years?
no, Moyes, where did Moyes end up? Where did Mourinho end up?
Yeah, he won the Champions. He won it.
Mourinho just scored 7.
Thank you, sir.
Strong. But like in Italian league, all these guys
Where he
do not
belongs.
go on to better things in reality.
I mean,
they just because they went sideways. They didn't go to a better place, is my point, right? So you can't really use them as the they knew what they were doing. No. The players that were even calling that left and reality, after the match, I don't think I actually call anybody else's name because Pogba has been on football. Then who else is there?
It's a boy being banned from football.
No, but it's true now. So
hey,
it's like
Pogba.
That downfall is mad, dude.
yeah, like this guy was meant to be the best midfielder like of all time, and then
Pogba's on. I honestly believe that they are doing him something. His family is doing him something. Because
Nigerians.
Whatever they're doing to him, they're doing to us too, man.
He won't move forward.
Bro, our own is strong too, man.
No, truly, you guys can't spend.
How can you be tested for drugs and you do not even play a game?
He can't. I don't even know, man. Why did they test him? Because he was injured, right?
Maybe they were seeing him in training like,
Somebody finished.
This guy is he's a little too good even in training.
About Chelsea,
he must be
not Chelsea.
I don't think we have time to talk about Chelsea.
Man, on his day off.
Regardless, I just want to say something.
On Chelsea, yes.
I said that any club that allows Chelsea to finish ahead, what should happen to their manager?
Thank you, my brother. They should be sacked. Thank you. I was with you and Dosa. When we were saying what's different between Chelsea and Aston Villa, they laughed at us. Now see. Nekwa.
The season was already over. Oh, okay. Don't worry.
You start forward, you guys might start to. But see, that's the thing you don't do in life. Like, it's talking down for
Chelsea has lots of injuries. I believe in them.
Wait, we have to go. But before we go, Skip, you must answer this question. This is the last thing. Why did this guy bench Chilwell? Like, why? Who? Your manager?
Chilwell too.
Here's the thing. I don't rate Chilwell.
Bro, he's your left winger. He's your Rashford, bro.
Here's the thing. With Poch, I don't understand again, and I've kind of given up because these are things that, like, as a manager, you shouldn't be making that mistakes. I looked at preseason to see what the new manager was to do. We were playing a direct type of football, and we were playing two central backs, two fullbacks. Now he's playing 4 central back in the 4 distance across the back line. We are not playing direct football anymore. We're playing positional type. The midfield, and also Chilwell had never played left. He decided to put him up. Enzo has never played as a 10. He's pushing Enzo to a 10.
Twice.
Gallagher is not a 8. Gallagher is not a 8. He's playing Gallagher as a 8. So again, if you look at everything he's doing, it's like he's just pulling it from his ass. Then when we go down or we need to score, then he fixed the formation to what we're playing in preseason. And all of a sudden, we start creating chances. Then at the end of the game, he's like, oh, we created a chance. Then he goes back to what he was doing before. And I'm like, am I going crazy here or I just don't see it? But again, people are giving him an excuse of injury. I'm like, I don't care about the injury. I don't care. The first 22 player can get injured, but there's still certain things you need to show, and I'm not saying it. And you remember after that one win we had this season, when I put it in the group chat, and I was like, yo, Poch needs to go, and everyone was like, "Oh, you just won," and you don't. I'm like, disaster is just waiting to like, we're just waiting for something bad to happen. I like there's nothing good in this win, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, okay, no." I saw it, and it's happening. I don't know why if they're paying you other money, you can't see it. Like, and again, I don't hate Chilwell, but Chilwell should play as a left back. When Chilwell entered and he played as a left back, it looks better than like the
Cole
left wing or whatever he was playing. Cole is a centre back, playing as a centre back. Like, why are you trying to create? It's like trying to create new water. You don't need to create water. The water we have is good. The whole water, 90 something percent of the world is water. We don't need you to create new water. Just stick to the one we have. Like, I don't understand. But like, again, I'm not getting paid all that money to do all that. So again, I'm just mentally out of it. Just like, I don't know what you're trying to do. Like, in a game, he played Gallagher as a sitting DM and then Caicedo as going forward DM. Like, I'm like, what is this? I've never seen that before. Like, I'm like, what is this? Like,
bro, he was hoping his opponents had never seen it before too, so he would.
No, but that's how Caicedo played well in Brighton. It was never
then Gallagher is sitting, right?
I mean, he was playing. What's the boy, the Tiger guy that Liverpool signed? That was their sixth now.
Tiger guy, Endo,
Endo, the Argentinian guy, the red hair.
McAllister
was their sixth. So
that was a huge mistake. You saw what happened in the first half with McAllister at just 6, right?
No,
Wolves had a field day, bro.
Brighton was working.
Wolves had a field day.
But this is not Brighton. People don't play against the way people play against Brighton. They don't play against Chelsea that way. They don't do that. So this is again, you played. But again, you know what? Like, when it just comes to court, I believe
how to use players.
Again,
stop. That's end.
Again, I believe Poch is actually the main cause of like most of the problems are like, don't go back to basic. You don't have to like, you don't have to make it hard.
We have to go.
On the up. Wow.
Shut up.
I will tell my children about it.
We have to go. The winner of the giveaway will be announced next week's episode. Damn, I want to put you on the spot real quick to see how much you know about football. What's the name of the team Liverpool is playing in Europa? Do you know? You're muted.
Oh, that's all I don't know.
I actually don't even know either. Like, I don't know anybody that. Yeah, do you know?
It's Leicester.
What? What is this guy saying?
Did you say Leicester surgery? Laser Athletic Sports Club.
Laser eye surgery. Wow. Disrespecting someone's club.
What country are they from?
Nah, you're asking for too much. Probably have a minute or something.
Exactly.
Okay, while you look that up, thank you everybody for watching.
They're probably from Switzerland or one of those. Switzerland or Australia. Don't know though.
It can be Australia.
Australia?
No, sorry, not Australia.
Austria. I was like, Australia?
Oh yeah, from Austria.
Austria. My brother bringing Ange into this, man. Like, Australia.
Thursday night soccer.
Thursday night soccer, man. Welcome. It's what it is. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching. Look out for the winner of the giveaway next week. And as always, continue to love football.